This was a newborn baby girl, still wearing the paper diaper, but she could write her name herself. At the age of 2, she became self-reliant. At the age of 4, she became an independent girl, coming to the living room, coming down to the kitchen. She even read through all the things that had words in the house: addition, subtraction, multiplication and divisions within 3 digits. The answer was right in her mouth.
Repeat the last one. $10,265. Check it if you don't believe me.
The girl's name was Matilda. This was a genius girl, but was born into a very bad family. Her father was a dishonest second-hand car trader. The car, which was $100, could be sold in a price of $1,000 by him. Her mother was unemployed. She dressed seductively to hang out every day. She left Matilda home alone. Today, Matilda had read all books in the house, so she shyly asked her father, "Could you please buy new books for me?" Just heard that, the father immediately got angry.
A book? What do you want a book for? Why would you want to read when you got the television set sitting right in front of you?
What a kind of parents. They didn't understand. How could they teach their child? Matilda knew she couldn't rely on her parents. She pulled out the address book. She opened the page contained the library's location. Having become an independent girl, Matilda came to the library, frantically absorbed knowledge. The old female manager saw her eager to learn like that, then gave her a library card, and let her bring books home to read. There were more books. Matilda was getting more matured. In a blink of eyes, she was at the school age. She told her parents that she wanted to go to school. They just laughed when they heard that. Going to school? Never. Quickly obediently go to watch TV. Matilda wasn't able to go to school, hid in the room crying. She wanted to revenge. Taking the chance when her parents was sleeping, the little girl quietly poured away the father's hairspray, while she poured the bleach out. Then the hair of the father became like this. The father felt that Matilda did the trick, but he had no evidence. But parents like him, if he wanted to get angry with his child, he would need no reason.
Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That night. Was the time of the family. There was only Matilda, reading books quietly. The father saw her disguised appearance, couldn't stand. He took the book in her hands, tore it into pieces, then he pushed Matilda's head, forced her to watch the silly repertoire on TV. Matilda was very angry, knitted her brows. Her eyesight was also getting sharper. Her parents was threatened by her superpower, reluctantly decided to send her to school. Matilda was very enthusiastic at first, but the girl did not expect that anyway. This new school was comparable to some library. The principal was a retired weightlifter, often punished children physically. Just one unsuitable word, students would be thrown like a dumbbell. Get out. This was Michael because he had sneakily eaten the cake, so he was punished by the principal to perform mukbang in front of all the students, not just one piece, but a bunch. Michael was stupid. How long should he eat? But the principal declared, until he finished. No one could leave. Fortunately, Michael was not a person with a normal appetite. Directly put a large piece of cake in his mouth. You see, he even enjoyed. In just a moment, Michael ate the whole cake, but the expression was as being about to leave this life without any regrets. In the end, he really couldn't take in any more. Matilda couldn't stand watching, then stood up to cheer Michael.
You can do it, Brucey! You can do it, Bruce!
Being supported by many people, all the students started to cheer Michael. Thanks to friends' cheers, Michael was full of energy, raised his fat arms, used all of strength. Michael finally finished eating the cake, and even licked cleanly. He held up the plate. It's like holding up a medal. I'm the clean eater. Clean eater. Joke ended, but Matilda jokingly did the trick, became the nail in the principal's eyes. Fortunately, the teacher liked Matilda so much. In the class, she jokingly asked a difficult arithmetic question.
13 times 379.
4,927.
The teacher was surprised, got the pen to recalculate .4927, exactly.
Wow.
The teacher knew that this girl was a genius. She came to tell the principal. Matilda must change her class, but the principal was unhappy just hearing that, said that her school did not produce a genius. She only believed in authority, hard work, and also violence.
Get it? this man.
The principal furiously went to the classroom, decided to punish Matilda. She lifted one of the boys up first, to show her prestige. Next, she slapped the ruler to threaten Matilda, warned the little girl to be quiet. Students hated the principal so long ago, sneakily dropped a chameleon into the water bottle. The principal drank a large gulp of water. What the taste was very special, then looked down.
It's a snake! It's a snake!
Matilda couldn't stand, raising her hand, to tell the principal that was a chameleon, not a snake. The principal's intelligence was insulted. She insisted that Matilda did this. She used extremely cruel words, sprayed her saliva, scolded Matilda was a deceiver. Right at this moment, Matilda's gaze changed. The little girl told the teacher that she had superpower, but no matter what she said, the teacher didn't believe. But from then on, Matilda and her teacher became closer and closer. She said to Matilda, the principal was actually her aunt. Her mother died when she was a child. Her aunt came to take care of her, but not so long after, her father also passed away. The police assumed that was a suicide, but there was only her aunt who knew the truth. From then on, the principal kicked her out of the house, appropriated the mansion. After years, the teacher really wanted to go home. There were many memories there. There was also her beloved Sealy doll, but she didn't dare, because the principal was really too scary. Matilda felt sympathy with her, decided to use her superpower to help her take back all things she lost. This was her superpower, using her thoughts to control objects, eating without hands, turning lights on only with pointing. As long as she wanted, all small objects in the room could all fly and dance with her. On a dark, windy night, Matilda went to the area near the principal's house, followed the stairs, climbed to the opposite roof, and used binoculars to observe the bedroom. She used thoughts to turn lights on, found it, the doll was on the bed. Matilda used her skill, and the doll gradually flew out through the window. Suddenly, the wind blew it on the tree. Matilda strengthened her thoughts, moved the doll again, finally put it in the bag. After having completed the mission, Matilda decided, teased the principal a bit. First, she moved the principal's chair from afar, made her bang her butt on the ground. She also opened all windows in the room in the blink of an eye. The wind was strong, that made the principal, with the demon in her heart, threatened with trembling bouts. Leave me alone! Haven't done yet. Matilda took down the principal's portrait, and threw in a scorching fireplace. It was even greater, when she used thoughts, to hang the portrait of the deceased father, of the teacher back, then continuously, set alarms, to create, the pseudo-phenomenon of injustice taking the life. The principal was directly threatened to pee in her pants. When she was about to run away, she suddenly saw, the red hair tie was fluttering ahead. She realized that this was, the one Matilda wore on her head before. She understood everything. All of these were Matilda's long joke. The next day, the principal strangled her, but Matilda had the solution. The little girl controlled the chalk, wrote letters on the blackboard, imitated the teacher's father's tone, to accuse the principal, to killed him, and warned her to quickly go away. Return my house to my daughter, if not, I will kill you. Next, Matilda manipulated the cleaner surrounding the principal, made a crazy crackdown. The principal was unlucky this time. Students made a revolution, took out their food, and joined the fight, including Michael, performed mukbang. In the end of the story, the principal, in the midst of friendly questions of students, dropped away from school, did not dare to come back anymore. The teacher then became the school's new principal. Receiving a lot of love from the students, the teacher got back to her house, as her wish. Finally, Matilda's parents signed an adoption agreement, for her to truly become Matilda's family. They begun a new life, a happily new life. This was the end of the story. The movie's film was Matilda, although it was only a film for children, but the topic was not only not childish, on the contrary, it made a lot of sense, reflected all kinds of problems existing in education on the school and family side. For example, teacher violence at school. There was also a mother's contempt for her children. The main character, Matilda, was a genius, based on her intelligence, together with superpower, got rid of the bad family. There was also the evil principal at school, but in the real life, parents and school are not worthy of names. Like in the movie, there are many children, but how many of them had a good ending, like Matilda? I'm the Raven. Please like and share to support me.